Okay, so we'll start with the concept that is 3 of unit 2, that's the enzyme inhibition. This is the last concept in unit 2 of paper enzymology and cellular metabolism of second semester. Okay, we'll start with the enzyme inhibition, and this video I'll try to provide you the brief information on what is enzyme inhibition. Enzyme inhibitors, as you know, the molecules which decreases the rate of reaction, we call them as inhibitors. Enzyme inhibitors are molecules that reduce the catalytic activity of enzymes. The reducing or the effective enzymatic activity or complete blocking of enzyme may cause either complete death of the cell, either modifications in the metabolic pathways. So these enzyme inhibitors, they decrease the rate of reaction, so they are applied as a drugs. With the cause of complete inactivation of enzyme from essential pathways will cause the cell death, and therefore such drugs can be used as a antibiotics. Okay, so though they are decreasing the enzymatic reactions, they have the application as drugs. There are two types of enzymatic inhibition that is given in your syllabus, that is non-competitive inhibition and competitive inhibition. So what is this non-competitive inhibition? This is an enzyme, this is a substrate. You can see the other binding site here. There is the other region other than the active site where the inhibitor binds. Non-competitive inhibition change the shape of the enzyme, so it cannot bind to the substrate. See here, there is an active site here and the substrate can bind, but in the other site on the enzyme the inhibitor binds. So when it binds, the shape of the active center or the active site where substrate binds, it changes. So substrate cannot bind, so it decreases the rate of reaction. That is called non-competitive. So here other site is also called allo site. What is competitive inhibition? See, you have other site here and you have the active site. This is the inhibitor. It binds to the same site where the substrate binds. That means this inhibitor competes with the substrate for binding active site. The competitive inhibition interferes with the active site of the enzyme, so substrate cannot bind. That is the difference here, non-competitive inhibition and competitive inhibition. Now we have to know which are the drug molecule organic compounds which can act as non-competitive and competitive. Non-competitive inhibition is also called allosteric inhibition. First one, competitive inhibition. The definition, the structure of competitive inhibitor is closely resembles that of the enzyme normal substrate. That means, as I told you, competitive inhibitor that competes with the substrate. Because of its structure, a competitive inhibitor binds reversibly to the enzyme active site. So what happens here, if you plot the equation Michaelis-Menten, if you draw a graph, that is to calculate the rate of reaction applying the Michaelis-Menten equation. So in a competitive inhibition, what happens, the initial velocity decreases, Vmax remains the same, and Michaelis-Menten, that is constant, Km, Michaelis-Menten constant, increases. The significance of Km, I told you in the last video, it increases. So which are the competitive inhibitors which are applied for therapeutic use? Drugs, that is statins like atorvastatin, simvastatin, they target the enzyme HMG-CoA reductase. What is the therapeutic use? Decrease plasma cholesterol level, and that is they are also used as anti-hyperlipidemic agents. Second one is allopurinol. It is a drug. Its a target enzyme is xanthine oxidase. It used as in the gout treatment of gout. Methotrexate, its target enzyme is dihydrofolate reductase. It is used in the treatment of cancer. Then captopril and enalapril. It is the target enzyme is angiostensin converting enzymes. Therapeutic use high blood pressure. It is used in the treatment of high blood pressure. And dicomarol, the target enzyme is vitamin K epoxide reductase. It is used as a anticoagulant. So just remember the concept. Competitive inhibition, inhibitors compete with the substrate. What is non-competitive inhibition? In non-competitive inhibition, the inhibitor binds the enzyme at a site other than the active site. We call it as allosite. The inhibitor binding alters the enzyme 3D configuration. In non-competitive inhibition, if you calculate the initial velocity decreases, Vmax decreases, Michaelis-Menten constant remains the same. Non-competitive inhibitor, as I told you, it is also called allosteric inhibition. So this site is called allosteric site. Allosteric inhibitor, non-competitive inhibitor is also called allosteric inhibitor. The regulation of enzyme function, it has a role in regulation of enzyme function, keeps the enzyme inactive. Some anti-cancer drugs inhibit enzyme involved in DNA synthesis, stop DNA production, stops division of more cancer cell, and cyanide poisoning, it is a reversible inhibitor of cytochrome C, an enzyme in a cellular respiration, stop production of ATP. It causes the enzyme to change shape. Conformation change. Active site is no longer functional for the binding of the substrate. Allosteric inhibitor changes the shape of the enzyme so it cannot bind to substrate. It is a non-competitive inhibition. The same thing. So you can have a multiple subunits in the allosteric enzymes. So there are other shape of the conformation induced by the binding of modulators. So here, as I told you, the compounds which binds to the other site of the enzyme, it may be activates the enzyme or inhibit. So one site it fits the substrate like other enzyme, the other site it fits the inhibitor or activator of the molecules. We call them as modulators. Okay, so allosteric enzymes are very important in feedback regulation. Okay, this is allosteric site where when the binding of this allosteric site, the active site, it changes its shape, so substrate cannot bind. Allosteric enzymes show a relationship between the initial velocity and the substrate concentration that differ from the normal Michaelis-Menten behavior. So normally, normal Michaelis-Menten behavior, they show hyperbolic curve. That is, if you plot a curve of substrate concentration versus the velocity or rate of reaction, but they exhibit a saturation with the substrate when substrate is sufficiently high. But in a allosteric inhibitor, allosteric enzymes, the initial velocity is plotted against the substrate concentration sigmoid saturation curve. So in case of allosteric enzymes, if you plot a graph substrate concentration versus rate of the reaction, so you will observe a sigmoid curve. The symbol sigma, that is S substrate concentration, or K that is Michaelis-Menten constant, is used to represent substrate concentration, giving a half maximal velocity. Allosteric site, where active site, this is active site, enzyme in allosteric inhibitor binds, substrate cannot bind. Allosteric inhibition, distorted active site, okay, and the substrate cannot bind when the activator binds. So this is allosteric inhibitor, this is allosteric activation. When activator binds, so this active site is very conformatively changed to accept the substrate very specifically, and the reaction rate increases. So here the modulators, allosteric modulators, it can be inhibitor or activator. The same picture, okay, enzyme 1 with the active site and the inhibitor. So where the altered active center cannot allow the substrate to bind, but here the activator, it makes the binding of a substrate easily. So we call them as allosteric activators. So allosteric modulators may be activators or inhibitors. So this reversible enzymatic inhibition, it can be competitive, non-competitive and uncompetitive. So here in this video I have explained only competitive and non-competitive. Okay, uncompetitive, it is only with the inhibitor can bind only with the enzyme substrate complex, not with the enzyme directly. So in uncompetitive type, the inhibitor will bind only to the enzyme substrate complex. As I already explained you, competitive inhibition, substrate competes with the inhibitor competes with the substrate. Here the competition exists between substrate and the inhibitor, but here non-competitive, so the inhibitor binds the other site, there is no competition here. Okay, it is allosteric site. And the uncompetitive, the inhibitor can bind only to the ES complex. Okay, just I have given the information. Non-competitive inhibitors, you have heavy metals. Okay, heavy metals like lead, mercury, they can bind the sulfhydryl groups of the cysteine residue. Inhibitor pepastatin, it is bind to the target enzyme is pepsin. Soybean trypsin inhibitor binds to trypsin, and ethanol and narcotic drugs, they are act as a non-competitive inhibitor for acid phosphatase. That is, these can bind only to the enzyme substrate complex. So comparison I have done between the competitive and non-competitive. Competitive, they bind to the active site. Non-competitive may not be the active site or the other binding site. Structure of the inhibitor, they are substrate analogues, they are non-related molecules. Inhibition, it is reversible, it is generally irreversible. In case of non-competitive, generally irreversible. So excess of substrate can relieve the active site, so inhibition can be relieved. So excess of, if you increase the substrate concentration, no effect on the non-competitive. The Km increased in the presence of inhibitor, unchanged in the presence of inhibitor in case of non-competitive. Vmax is unchanged, but it is decreased in case of non-competitive. Significance, competitive inhibitor it has a therapeutic application, and non-competitive it has a toxicological application. So again, I have play a video for you. Just a minute.
During the normal enzyme catalytic cycle, the substrate encounters an enzyme with a specific active site to which it binds, forming an enzyme-substrate complex. The enzyme then facilitates the breakdown of the substrate to its products, which part from the enzyme, leaving the active site free to catalyze another substrate as the cycle begins again. Competitive inhibition occurs when an enzyme encounters a blocker, which mimics the properties of the substrate and binds to the enzyme's active site. Thus, when the substrate is encountered, the active site is not available for attachment and no reaction will occur. Non-competitive enzyme inhibition involves the binding of a blocker to the enzyme away from the active site. This binding causes a conformational change in the enzyme, altering the shape of the active site, which prevents the substrate from binding. No reaction will occur as long as the non-competitive blocker is bound to the enzyme.
Okay, thank you for watching. I think I have completed unit 1 and unit 2. Totally for unit 1 you have 3 videos, and for unit 2 also you have 3 videos. Okay, until the offline classes starts, just have them as a reference and keep studying.